Hello, my lovelies. Welcome to Torrin Talk. Mhm. So, what are we talking about this week? Okay, we're going to talk about the Olympics in a minute because I'm a big Olympics nerd. But before we do that, today is wash day. And as you know, last week we tried the first of our heatless curling methods for the month. So that was 7 days ago. And look, I still have curl, you guys. So I think it's safe to say that last week's heatless curling method was really, really good. Um, I mean, look at it. It's still good curl, too. And I put nothing in it. There is no hairspray. There is no gel. I didn't even use leave-in conditioner that I sometimes use because leave-in conditioner kind of works as a what are they called? A curling lotion kind of thing. It's still kind of a product. I used nothing. I only used water. And I still have really good curl. So that's a really good method, y'all. But I figured we would do this month because every Monday I'm going to wash my hair and then put it up in our whatever heatless curling method is. So we'll get to check the next Monday and see how well they held up. Bonus. So that worked really well. Also, I washed with my Torrin shampoo from Snow Water Soap Company. And it is day 7. Granted, I do have to wear my hair up when my hair was down. It's been 7 days since I washed my hair, so it's a little piecey, but I think we can agree that up, it looks pretty good. Which is what I always tell y'all. Some of you guys, I know, can't. You just can't stomach going 7 days without washing your hair, and that's totally okay. For a very, very long time, I washed mine every 4th day, and that worked great for me. And that's great. I always say the less you wash it, the better. But some of you can't, especially some of my younger girls, because you guys are in the huge influx of hormone phase. So you're lucky if you can go every other day without washing, and I totally understand. It's just the way it is. As you get older, you'll be able to stretch washes longer. Yeah, I think this is a good stretch. And as I tell you guys, usually I could wear my hair down for about 4 days before I'd have to put it up. I have to say with this shampoo, I'm down at day 5 or sometimes 6, depending if I haven't been outside where it's been disgustingly humid and hot. Sometimes I can go as far as day 6, and I might have to do a half up for this portion, but the rest of it looks pretty good. So, yeah, but if you're going to stretch washes, if you notice you're getting oily, just wear your hair up for that day. That's all. That's what I do. I don't think anybody would be able to tell that it's wash day. But yeah, so we have success. We have good shampoo now. And my hair, look, even the ends are shiny, you guys, which doesn't always happen with me. My ends are usually a little dull, I will admit, but we've got shiny ends. That's very exciting to me, actually. All right, now on to Olympic madness. So I am one of those people that looks forward to the Olympics every 2 years because I love the Winter Olympics as well. And I'm actually very excited that way back in the 90s, they decided to kind of switch off so that we would get an Olympic Games every 2 years instead of having the Winter and the Summer Olympics together every 4 years. At the time, I was like, well, that's weird. But it turns out it's nice because then you only have 2 years to wait for an Olympics. And that's always kind of cool. Because I really love the Olympics. I love the idea of the whole world getting together to have a little competition, some games, meeting people from all over the world. I realize they have world competitions every year. I know that. But for some reason, the Olympics is like even more so. It's just special. And I get very excited. I admit I get very excited when it's Olympics time. I always watch the opening ceremonies. Um, I even live tweet them on Twitter. Uh, Sometimes the comments are a little snide because I cannot stand Matt Lauer and Meredith Vieira. They are the commentators for the broadcast here in the U.S., and they really say some dumb things this time. I have to say, this past opening ceremony was much less dumb than usual. So I don't know if somebody has talked to them about it, or they're just more aware of things because of social media, which could be. Yes, and I love to watch the Parade of Nations and then do like a little fashion show of what I like and what I don't like. My favorite outfits were Haiti, because they had these gorgeous ruffled skirts, which I loved. I believe it was Serbia that had maxi skirts that were pretty righteous. There were a couple of really, really awesome outfits. Tonga, because, you know, a man covered in oil is always a beautiful thing. Yes, I like that. I like that stuff. I will admit to being a little bit disappointed in Brazil's opening ceremonies. Now, it's not that they were on a budget. I understand being on a budget. That was not my issue. My issue was, it's Brazil. It's Rio. It's the home of Carnival. All I wanted of all the opening ceremonies were feathers and rhinestones. That's all I wanted, because when I think of Carnival, I think of bikinis festooned with rhinestones and giant feather headdresses. That's what I wanted. That was all. That and a little samba. I got my samba. That was no problem. There was nary a feather to be found. No, when they finally, and I waited clear to the end of opening ceremonies because they kept promising me the samba party, the Carnival. They had the samba dancers, but they were all wearing foam. Like foam. Like you cut out and make chairs out of. Foam. There was not a feather to be seen anywhere. And I was absolutely heartbroken because I wanted feathers and rhinestones. There was Giselle in a lot of sequins, and that was nice. She was very sparkly. And I will admit that the flame containment apparatus where they hold the Olympic flame is very sparkly, which I highly approve of because you know this is me. But there were no feathers. I was in absolute shock. Seriously. All they needed to do for me for opening ceremonies was have everybody come in their feathers and dance. I'd have been, that's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. Ah, well, I guess they were trying to be classy. Why? Why should you be classy? Brazil is all about beautiful people. Come on now. Anyhoodles. I was still excited, and I watched the Olympics. I try to catch as many events as I can, which is why you probably won't find me online very much the next couple of weeks, because I will be trying to catch as many events as I can. I do have to say they have an NBC Sports app that I downloaded to my Xbox One. And so I can watch replays of things that I might have missed. And they have some live streams of events which are blessedly absent of any sort of commentary. It's just, here's videos and here's what's happening. There's nobody saying anything. Nobody's talking over anything. You can just watch. I highly recommend, if you love gymnastics, that you watch it that way, because number one, you actually get to see everybody's routine, and number two, you don't have people going, ooh, that's wrong, or ooh, that was terrible, or ooh, that's a deduction. If you've ever watched any of these things, you know what the deductions are anyway. You don't need somebody telling you. It's lovely. My husband even watched gymnastics last night with me because there was nobody talking over anything. It's kind of nice. So I do like that. I like that I get to see other things because I'm a person, I love to watch the rowing. I find it very zen. I don't know. I just do. I try to catch the shooting. I watch the boxing. I caught some of the judo, a little bit of fencing this morning. what else? Swimming. I always watch all the swimming and the diving if I can. And oh, I got to see a rugby game, which was very exciting. We don't have rugby here in the US. We do have a ladies rugby team though. I watch them get beat by Fiji, but hey, that's fine. I don't always just root for my own country either. I just pick certain people to root for because they always give you stories about some of the athletes. And if I like their story or they seem like they're interesting or cool, I'll root for them. It's not always USA, USA. Granted, I do get excited when that happens, but there's still other people I root for. So I can always find somebody to root for in any given event. It just makes sporting events more fun when you're rooting for somebody. But rugby was really intense. I am one of the Americans that actually likes football, soccer, as it were. That's what we call it over here. I know the entire rest of the world calls it football, but we have American football and it's its own thing. And like I always watch World Cup because it's fun. Although I will admit that I prefer to watch the ladies because there's a lot less whining and crying and faking to get fouls. You guys know what I'm talking about. You know. So watching the ladies rugby was very exciting because it's a little bit like football, but way more intense. So I was excited to see that added to the Olympics this year, and I'm going to catch some more rugby matches. Because that was cool. I guess I'll have to try and watch it one of the guy games. I admit I do watch more of the ladies' sports than the gentlemen's sports. Because I'm a girl, I guess. I got to root for my sisters. So, any hoodles, happy Olympics. I hope that everybody is very excited for your home team. And are you like me? Do you root for certain other people? Even if they're not from your country? I don't know. I root for individuals and I want everybody to do as well as they can. And sometimes I cry when they cry and it's a very emotional time for me, but it's very exciting and I love it. I love the Olympics and I don't care if that makes me a nerd or if that's not cool. I just think it's a wonderful thing. Let us come together and not fight for a change, right? Unless you're boxing. Any hoodles, I hope everybody has a great day. Tune in tomorrow for our next heatless curling method. And we'll see how that one works. I wonder if it'll be as good as this one. Beep, 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 beep. I do like a sassy pony, you guys. Jaunty ponytail. It makes me happy. Any hoodles. Alrighty, I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.